Alright, Adeshima Hopeson adoye yanka saying Hopeson adoye gifty adoye kunuyi. Wakugu no wani mwase poto achese enya asem kitwa na omu ina edi nkomo efa koko prizes wa abusia. Uko PM ewo comment section dia didi attempt dia Hopeson adoye ajibi pa because omo chese Hopeson adoye abom because pen calculations are all year wo ho na abusia. Calculations ya emfa enchemu ya emfa ena chese we gunu wani mo asepoto amagana for attacks upon attacks e wo comment section e dey omusi omuhu obi a wa pon a wase jimi say eye Hopeson adoye e wo mu wiase o mo ba ye da because otan hunu ena chese we yitan eye MPP aba just because e wo kodi nsem hunu ena ye pam ni efi ne diribiranti eno die chese abai no huye na here to the extent say opesi wo defendi eye NDC abai na so ankoya managers the calculations atonso ebisi ayemorem na yenkotie ensem ni bi na agyenche bi a wonso won waja na e comment section ase ede amai.
Right. Let me bring in, yes, come on in. Okay. Is it Kojo? When you listen to government communicators, they subtly try to blame the past administration.
We blame them
with all respect, for their woes, okay, created in the cocoa sector. Kojo, 1 year, 3 months down the line, first quarter is, we are just going to first quarter of this year. That will give you 1 year. You are still out there trying to tell Ghanaians that the government that you campaigned and called them wicked and said they were insensitive to the plight of the common cocoa farmer, which government was supposed to pay a bag of cocoa for over 6,000 according to them, that were wicked that we did not do that, and that when they come, cocoa will be sold through to 6,000 Ghana cedis. You came, you convinced Ghanaians, the cocoa farmer, the poor cocoa farmer, you convinced him, and then you came. That 6,000, they have not seen it. Only for you to come and justify why you should give last year August, you should give them some 12% increment instead of the 6,000 that you mentioned. Cocoa farmers were watching, they are quiet. The policy that was in place to ensure that that cocoa farmer is paid promptly, that is the forward sale.
Are you kidding?
With all respect, the forward sale of 70% of the cocoa. No, please.
You know the source.
Listen to me. You have had your time. You listen to me.
Quiet.
I beg you.
Respectfully, I'm quiet.
The policy that was in place, which ensured that at least our cocoa was sold in advance, then some monies were given and some were kept for market rallies. You came and then questioned that policy and said you're bringing a new policy and then bringing financing.
Wow.
That created the problem.
My
goodness. Let's not sit here and
no,
Kojo. If you have not read it, you have not read it.
You know the man.
I want you to note it. No, if you have not read it, you have not read it. Don't tell me. I don't know what I have to say. So you say what you want to say. You had your time, and you were there talking about what.
So I'll give you time to come in.
All you can do, or all you could do, was to get luxury vehicles, but for officers of cocoa board, for CEOs, luxury vehicles. Yes, of course, Land Cruisers. When the cocoa farmer is struggling in that village, the cocoa farmer is struggling, all you can do is to get luxury Land Cruisers, but for officers.
And that's why we're where we are.
And at the same, yes, I'm telling you, why we're where we are where we are because policy decisions. Why?
Yeah, I agree with policy decisions.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you say you bought
isn't buying village is not a policy decision. You go to the board to get policy, to get it approved before you can buy a car. That's corporate governance. So I'm saying it's also policy. What you care about is yourself. Buy luxury cars, enjoy. You understand? And the cocoa farmer who has his beans supplied is not paid.
But how much
now when they question
how much they owe the farmers comes, the V8 comes nowhere close to how much they owe the farmers.
It's still add up. It's an addendum. Why? Isn't the money coming from cocoa board? Isn't the money coming even if it's 1 cedi? The attorney general told you that even if he goes to get 1 cedi in November, it's okay. He's getting Ghana money. Didn't they say that? Even if it's 1 cedi. So the point I'm saying is that if you have come to meet a trend, smart management will require that at least study that trend, at least for a year. Don't hasten. You may have good intention of trying to change that policy or to reverse that policy. But of course, the forward sale that they actually said, look, let's stop it, and then change a way of getting financing. Hitherto, it was syndicated loans. The syndicated loans ensured that our cocoa farms were sold in advance. Okay, or cocoa produce was sold in advance, about 70% off. Then 30% was kept for market rallies. That was not affecting the farmer. Today, that's the point I'm making. My brother who has not studied it, read it, say, hey, why am I making it? That is the problem. The bane of the issue is that you change the whole policy. If you change it, good. The point is that you are now saying that let's have the cocoa, and then we can now sell the cocoa out the way we want it. That's what you want it. And then you can get the right price for it. When market falls, you will be affected. Your projections will not be met. That's the point. So I'm saying that let us not prioritize luxury cars. Prioritize our own way of living in a luxury way, and then forget the common farmer. Today, farmers are saying that they are obliged to sell their farms to galamseyers. I listened to the cocoa farmer who was interviewed. He said, look, we have gotten to a point where if care is not taken, our cocoa farms will be sold to galamseyers.
But the reality is that it can't take a year for the farmer to take that decision. Do you disagree?
The farmer who is in there is telling you what they have gone through for 1 year, some months now.
No,
okay, the farmer who's telling you that because of what they're going through, they may sell their farms for
that decision for the farmer to say, from what we are going through, we may sell. That didn't happen in 1 year.
Why? Didn't happen in 1 year. When did it happen? When are we having cocoa sitting there would have been sold? Hey. When did they keep paying?
Hey. Cocoa sitting there would have been sold.
Yes! Find out. I'm saying that why are the farmers not being paid? Because we have not had upfront payment for the cocoa that we have now.
That you have a
That's the point.
But I'm saying that
so
the suffering of the farmer.
Why are you holding the cocoa?
He's asking you questions.
You say?
I'm saying that the problem the farmer is encountering for him to say, I'll sell to galamsey, didn't start today, did it?
You see, last August was when you announced the price of cocoa. And then you said you based it on the rate of the dollar. And that's how come you couldn't get them their 6,000 whatever you said, because the dollar had come down. And the Bank of Ghana was going to do magic, help you to pay them. Okay? And you again said that you will not go for syndicated loan again, as is done in the past. Because you want to see how you finance it, self-finance it here.
Because they came to me that by your government.
They came to meet what?
A policy that you didn't.
We said so.
You didn't go for syndicated.
No.
You didn't go
the last
you said you went for locally,
didn't we?
You don't even know your party.
And
that's why I'm shocked.
Excuse me. You
don't even know what your party did in the court.
We proposed a cash. But you came to say you are implementing your local financing. And I'm saying that having said so, you have not been able to set off to the level where you are able to finance it. Why are the farmers not paid? As simple as that. Why are the farmers not paid? So today, the point is that politics is what the problem is. The politics is that what is done yesterday, properly fine-tune it and then move with it. And if you do not properly fine-tune it, because you think that when the credit comes, it may go partially to the past, you want to bring a new thing entirely or regime entirely, then you are faced with these issues. So my point is, the cocoa sector is a very important sector, and we should not seek to politicize it completely. We should try as much as possible to ensure that that has been the backbone of our economy. And if a problem that comes and we are unable to tackle it head on, then of course the farmer suffers. And when the farmer suffers, of course, at the end of the day, the nation will suffer. My point is, all the noise they made, they have been exposed. All the noise they made about we not taking care of cocoa farms, we not taking care of cocoa farmers, we not taking care of that sector, they have been exposed clearly.
I'm grateful.
They have nothing to say.
I'm grateful. Let me bring in Hopeson here.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you understand? What have you read?
At 11 a.m.
Tell me what you have read.
The finance minister.
I don't know why
when it gets to time.
From where you sit and what you do know about what farmers are going through, what exactly must government tell cocoa farmers today from this address?
Good.
What the cocoa farmers say is we want our money.
It's unfortunate that they are going through this situation. But how did you get here? That is the
how did you get here?
We should
after 1 year ask
how did we get here? Number one, this is a government who sat there, decided to engage in unnecessary procurement with the cocoa farmers' money. We went for syndicated loans to take care of the farmers, and all they were doing is to share it among themselves, bring a jute sack, this and that, and they purchase it up to the tune of 10 years. They don't even have space to even store them. We still have some stuck at the port. These people, and then they come back and then blame someone.
What?
You went for syndicated. Look, they've been doing propaganda, and it seems we are not exposing them. Are you getting it? So they get away with it. They said it has never happened. Look, BBC News Africa. That was around. Let me see. Let me get the date well for you. Oh, because I've opened it this way. Let me get it this way. I will show you what happened.
So make your point when you get to the
before we get.
There's no point to make.
Oh, there is
the farmers are suffering. Tell the Ghanaians that the farmers are suffering. I apologize.
I will tell you that
you are
point. BBC News Africa. Ghana's cocoa farmers say they are broke, as the cocoa board, which they are obliged by law to sell their produce, is unable to pay them. This was somewhere 2022. Now, another publication by City News. City News. Cocoa board CEO over indebtedness to farmers. And this one, Parliament even summons Edu to Parliament to question him why they were not able to pay cocoa farmers. And you sit here and say that this government has done something that has never happened before. It's just propaganda they are doing. Come on, make reference to a cocoa farmer say they cannot do this. Look, if you organize your food soldiers and then start interview them, why didn't we see Miracle Abuaji and
so the cocoa farmers are food soldiers now?
Wait, don't twist it. Look, come on, we started this work together.
I know, but you are saying the cocoa farmers are food soldier of the party.
If Miracle Abuaji is a cocoa farmer, Miracle Abuaji is a cocoa farmer.
But
Listen. You go and gather your party food soldiers under a cocoa farm, cocoa tree, and then you ask them to be talk. You see, they are not even smart of doing propaganda.
But hold on, let me.
Yeah. Where is he going with this moment?
Is it true farmers are old?
They should not escalate it to that point. Are you getting my point? Now, government is saying that
the farmers will be speaking to Enjoy News. They have been saying the same thing as those people were saying.
Government has purchased about 90%, left with 10% to be paid. And there's no money. It's a genuine concern we all need to address. But let me tell you, let me expose their propaganda.
I'm also coming.
Let me expose.
I'm also coming. The 90% you say they've bought.
Yes.
So they've bought them from farmers, but have not paid
them. That's the point.
Not they are
because there's no money.
Not all.
Oh yes, of course.
Not all.
Of course, yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes, but
the big majority of them, they are left with.
That's what majority is where we cannot say.
Yes. Look,
that's where the problem is.
They were saying this government was promising 6,500. Look, the time they were saying cocoa farmers deserve 6,500, it was true.
Oh, why?
Look, world market price was $10,000 per ton.
Even your people deny in parliament.
Let us do the mathematics. $10,000 per ton, and then we have 16 bags. That makes a ton. So if you divide 16 by 10,000, you are going to get $625 per bag. Now, at that time, let's use 14.5 cedis for the dollar rate at that time, 2024. I know it was more than that, but let's use 14,500 times 625 will give you 9,062 cedis, Ghana cedis. Now, if you purchase it this way, government, you are supposed to divide it into 3 and pay 2 to the farmer and keep 1. So 9,600, and you are paying the farmers 3,100. And then the NDC in opposition says, when you do the mathematics, you were supposed to pay 6,500 to the farmers. Were they right or wrong? Do the mathematics. Were they right or wrong? Now, this government takes over. In its first year, world market price came to $7,000 per ton. You divide by 16, it will give you 437. At that time, The rate was 11 cedis to $1. When you do it, it will give you 4,812.50
per what?
for bag.
Per bag, 50
per bag. 4,800 and so if you divide this 4,000 by 3 and you decide to pay 2 to cocoa farmer, it will be less than what they were paying. Are you getting it? So government decided that, look, let's add something small and pay it to the cocoa farmer. It means that government was not getting what he was supposed to get. This year, world market price 41,000 per ton. 41,000 per ton. You can just Google it. $41,000 per ton. Divided by 16 will give you 256. 256.
256 what, dollars or cedis?
Yeah, dollars.
Okay.
And then you do multiply by the exchange
world
rate.
market price per ton
Today is 41,000.
$41,000.
Dollars. Then you divide it by 16 bucks. That will give you 256. Are you getting it? When you do that, multiply by current rate 10 cedis, it will give you 2,816. So if government decide not to even buy, cocoa farmers take your thing to the market and sell it yourself, you come home with 2,816. So today, government is getting money somewhere to support the cocoa farmers by keeping the 3,000 something that they are paying. This is mathematics.
This voodoo calculations that
Oh,
you do here.
why is it voodoo calculation? You have laptop in front of you. Google world market price.
Oh no.
Is that not the same thing? You can call the other.
So you promise the people you scam them.
Please.
The 6,000.
You see, stop this propaganda. You see,
It's not propaganda. You told them 6,000.
When you say someone from
You told them.
Okay,
then you,
I'm coming. Hold on.
yes,
I am not sure it is $41,000
Exactly.
per ton.
that's how much?
4,100 per ton.
Exactly. Not 41,000.
41,000 per ton is
Sorry, 4,000.
I thought the voodoo mathematics, the man is doing voodoo mathematics here. You allow the man to be talking.
Is that not it? And it's 7,000. From 10,000, 7,000, 4,000.
no.
If I mention 41,000, then it's a slip.
okay.
It's a slip.
But let me ask a question.
Yes.
When it was 7,000
Yes.
early this year,
Yes.
and there was advantage that Cocoa Board per practice could do forward sales.
Exactly.
Why didn't the board take advantage of forward sales?
Of a forward sale.
You see,
That's the point I made.
You see how the math.
Allow him.
You see how the math is.
You come on, let's go.
These people went for syndicated loan, promised that we are going to supply you these bags of seeds.
Okay.
And they couldn't. We are in default.
They left 100,000, a little over 100,000.
Over. So whatever we are getting now, we are using it to defray our costs. And where do you want government to get money to pay?
So you're saying that's why
Meanwhile,
government
you went for the money, huh? And share it among yourselves.